Well, we are learning more about a connection between North Royalton City Building Commissioner and the man suspected of killing him.
Public records that we've uncovered reveal the two had recent legal dealings. 19 investigator Mike Mason has the story.
We found two public documents linking suspect Edward Beceda to North Royalton Building Commissioner David Smirik. The first is a court record showing Smirik cited Beceda through North Royalton Mayor's Court on July 10th for the condition of the exterior of his property. The second connection comes from a Court of Appeals case filed in 2023. It started in October of 2022 when Beceda's neighbor applied for a permit to build a fence in her yard. 2 months later, the neighbor asked for a zoning variance, wanting to build the fence closer to her home than city code normally allows. In January of 2023, the zoning board heard her request to replace an old chain-link fence with a wooden one. Beceda spoke out against it, but the board approved it anyway. The following month, Beceda filed a legal appeal to challenge that decision. In April, the neighbor asked the court to throw out Beceda's appeal, arguing the fence was nearly finished by then, making the case moot. That's where Smirik comes in. He submitted an affidavit, a sworn statement confirming the fence was substantially complete. It was attached to that motion to dismiss. Beceda tried again, taking his case to an appeals court, but in March of 2024, that court also ruled against him, finding he waited too long to seek a legal pause on construction. By the time the courts could act, the fence was already built. Mike Mason, 19 News.
Now tonight, the public is invited to a prayer vigil in memory of the building commissioner, David Smirik. It will be held at St. Albert the Great Parish that's on Wallings Road in North Royalton. The vigil begins at 7 tonight. We're going to have a preview coming up on 19 News at 6.